What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Cuphead video, and today I'm gonna be going against 5 bosses instead of 4, and it's gonna be super bussin'. First up, we got Hildeberg, and to be honest, this is like a really hard boss, especially considering that it's an Inkwell Isle 1. Yeah, I really don't like this fight. And you can't go against the friggin' bull, which I don't like. You have to go against these guys that you see on screen right now. Sorry, these girls. And you have to go against like some archer dude. And yeah, so basically what's more difficult is that, of course, you don't go against the bull, and you're guaranteed to go against these 2 girls, and then, yeah, the archer guy. And the green, whatever those things are, like robots, they show up a lot more often, and I just hate this one. I hate it so much, and it stinks like poop. Now I have to go against the archer, which is stupid because first there's just a regular arrow, but then he also shoots out 3 stars that home in on you that are really annoying. And also, they don't stop homing in on you even after she changes phases, or even when she shoots another one. And I don't really like that. And also, those things still shoot their like bullets at you, and she hurls out tornadoes in the next phase, which is what you're seeing, and then she's transitioning into her last phase. In the final phase, she turns into a moon, and there's just a lot of stars that you have to worry about. She puts her face towards you, which actually is useful because with the plane EX you could get a lot of damage in. And there's also the UFOs, and with the red ones, they only blast when you go past them, but with the brown ones, they just go when they want. And I really don't like that. But as long as you have like enough practice with this phase, you should be good. And boom, she goes down. Let's go. Next up is Baroness von Bonbon, and for some reason I had huge difficulty with this boss. But first up, I got probably the easiest mini boss, which is the Jawbreaker, which just kind of follows you around, and there's really not much to say. Okay, here we go. We're transitioning into the next one. Here we go. She scolds you, and she's like, "Why?" And then we got the stupid Cupcake. He's the worst one out of them all. He's the hardest to hit, and he like splashes icing, and it's very annoying, and you could take stupid hits from it. The last mini boss up is the gumball machine, which he just spews out a lot more gumballs on expert, and yeah, and for the Jawbreaker, he just has one more little guy following him, and for the Cupcake, I don't even know what's different. So here we go. Here's the last phase. The castle starts to run at you while she like beheads herself, and then it starts to home in on you. And then a mint thing comes out of the castle, which you can parry. And yeah, we'll just watch the rest of it. Here we go. Okay, the next boss is Calamaria, but before you get mad at me for going into an Inkwell Isle 3 boss, I just felt like doing them because I didn't want to do Bippy the Clown or Jimmy. So, yeah, and I just like the Inkwell IO3 bosses. So, yeah. Next up is Calamaria. And people make this boss up to be like harder than it actually is. The only like hard thing about this boss is when there's too much on screen, and yeah. So in the first phase, she could do a lot of attacks. There's that turtle down there, and yeah, like this is when a lot happens, when like she has the turtle. I hate the turtle. You know, it does a bomb and explodes, and when she pairs it with something else, it's deadly. I also hate the giraffe because it pushes your plane all the way up, unless if you get out of the way. And there's the two fish that shoot out flames, or dolphins. They're not eels, they're dolphins. And the only thing different about this phase is that it's just about like the pufferfish, is that it's just a little bit faster. And yeah, this is my second attempt. I might have said that, but this boss is easy mode. Okay, this is her next phase, where she could freeze you and you have to spam the A button 22 times. She spawns all of these electric eels that just make a barrage of pellets or whatever that is. And I really like this fight. As I said in the ranking Cuphead bosses video, I really like this fight. Like, it's difficult, but I can manage it. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it's a pretty long fight, but it's still very fun. Okay, so now this is her final phase, where you're stuck in a cramped area with like coral, and she could also freeze you still. And there's bars with spikes, and she also, the snakes on her head spit out like ghostly skulls. And yeah, like using your super here is crucial because it just makes it go by way faster. And this actually is a pretty long fight, but it's also very fun. And yeah, that's basically all there is to it. Let's go. Next up is Sally's stage play. And normally this isn't a very difficult fight, but what makes this fight so difficult is the second phase, which you'll see in a bit. But in the first phase, it's pretty straightforward. She could teleport and like jump on top of you. She throws like these fans that stay on the ground for a while. And she also twirls towards you, and she just blows a kiss at you, and it's weird, man. So yeah, that's basically all there is to the first phase, and I'll see you in the second phase. Here we go! In the second phase, there's just a lot more going on than regular mode. The baby that drops bottles does it a lot more frequently. And also, there are way more rats on the screen. And there's just a lot going on here, which makes this fight just a lot more difficult, but it's definitely not terrible. Oh, and third phase. In this phase, she becomes like whatever that is, and she can drop a meteor, which makes a parryable star, which you'll need to use to get across the big wave, which I didn't know why I didn't use my smoke dash there, because I could have. And there's also lightning that just kind of homes in towards you, which that's really all I have to say about this phase. Now, here's the last phase. So basically, there's an umbrella on the ground that chases you around, and it's pretty annoying. And then there's like roses that people throw, and they hurt you. And really, this stage is annoying and long, but there's nothing really that difficult about it. Next up is Werner Werman. And really, there's nothing difficult about this boss. It's just that I suck. And the smoke dash, it's goated here, dude. All he basically does is just hurls bombs at you in the first phase, and he can also launch catapult projectiles at you, as you could see here. And that's basically all there is in phase 1. Then here is the next phase, where basically he moves up and down, emitting flames from his machine. There's also bottle caps that could also hurt you, and sometimes they're put in really bad spots with terrible timing, and you just basically have to keep track of them, or else it's gonna end badly. And I did that a lot before this winning attempt. Then we go into the final phase, where a cat eats him, and basically, sorry, I just hit my foot. Where basically he tries to grab you with his paw, and then there's also wood falling from the sky, and he spawns 4 ghosts that throw kind of like these orb things that can sometimes be parryable. And yeah, especially with 4 ghosts, it could be a little much. And yeah, I struggled way too much with this boss, and I'll just let you watch the rest. So there's 5 more bosses on Expert, and I'm trying to beat the game on Expert, and I'll try my best to edit these as well as I can, and I'll see you guys in the next one.